Want to make a little shout out as we're starting this video to our friends over at YouTube channel Cali Chickens. They're the inspiration for this video idea. Had a suggestion from Cali Chickens that we should do a video showing gathering our day's egg supply. So we're going to do that now. This is our egg production flock of about 40 hens here, mostly Rhode Island Reds, as you can see. None of the Rhode Island Reds have individual names because they look so much alike. I would never be able to tell them apart and know who's who without marking them with leg bands or some way to differentiate them. But we do have 4 unique hens in the flock, and as we're checking eggs, we'll try to point them out and try to do some shout outs when we see them as well, because 4 hens in our flock all named by viewers on our YouTube channel. We appreciate that participation. Thanks, y'all. Here's our pullet flock. They were hatched March 5th, 2025. Already told you this is June 19th, 2025. So these are not in egg production yet. Look at that beautiful rooster in the bunch. So we call this group the 18 plus 1. There's 18 pullets and a rooster, and the rooster happens to be a chocolate Orpington. We named him Chief Rocco Choco. He's pretty handsome. He's finally found his crow. We hear him about 4 times a day crowing, and these birds would be on track to start egg production probably at 5 to 6 months old. So we would say maybe August, September is when we would look for them to start laying eggs. I mean, he's a pretty impressive little rooster, isn't he? He's gotten a lot of size. The pullets are growing a lot. Do y'all know what breeds are in there? I'm sure most of y'all can identify those breeds. So we do have Barred Rock. Closest to the fence there is a Barred Rock, the stripy looking one. The flashy looking ones, the black and white splashy, are Silver Laced Wyandotte. And we have chocolate Orpingtons and black Orpingtons and lavender Orpingtons, and we have one in there that's actually down there by Rocco that we think is a blue Orpington. So a nice group of pullets and a rooster. Can't wait for them to be laying eggs. So the purpose with this group is that they're basically going to be backyard chickens. We are changing our egg production operation where we're going to be out of egg sales. We're going to scale totally out of egg sales as these birds start to become laying age. So they're going to be our backyard chickens. I can't wait to have just backyard chickens instead of egg production sales. So I'm looking forward to it just because of it being more relaxing to just have them as sort of pets and have them for household egg consumption than on a daily basis documenting and processing egg sales. But for now, we are in egg sales, and these are the working girls of the operation, these and their counterparts in the flock. So we'll go into the hen houses, but for now we are in egg sales for a little while longer. So let's check out the hen houses and the chicken runs. So we've just set up this chicken house, chicken run system this spring. Actually, there's 3 little hen houses intentionally so that we could separate groups as needed if we want to. And there's actually 2 separate runs. You can see one of the pallets in the center that's part of the fence. We actually have it just leaning there and it's kind of crooked. That's because we unfastened it so that we could let this whole group go between both of the chicken runs for now. So the only one of these houses currently in use is actually the center one, but we will be using the one on the left as you're looking at them here over the weekend. So I'll explain to you what we have going on with it. So this first hen house is actually not in use right now, but we're going to take 4 of the Rhode Island Reds and put them over into this house this weekend, and we're going to put that pallet, secure it back into the fence so that we can separate 4 hens out from the flock and put them in here, because we actually have some friends that want to add 4 hens to their flock. So I told him, give us a couple weeks and we'll take 4 of those hens from our flock and we'll put them in their own hen house and own run, and we'll make sure, observing them, that they're laying eggs just about daily, because they want to add 4 hens to their flock that are already laying. The second hen house is in use. We're going to go in and check eggs in here, and I really like this little feature. We just recently added this solar light. We sourced it at Tractor Supply Company, and it was about $30, but it might have even been on sale at a discount of a little bit. And it's just a solar light, so we put it there. It's been working well. Gives me a little light in the evening at the door if I need to come out here to the chicken coops. And that reminds me, I wanted to share with y'all, go check out the channel on YouTube, Clucking Around. If you like to see chicken coops and design ideas and different features that people put in their chicken coops, Clucking Around is hosted by Cindy down in Texas, USA, and they just have a video out recently called Coop Enhancement Project, and they're showing us some windows that they added into their coop. I thought it was a great video, a great project, a great upgrade at their coop, and it was a lovely coop to start with. So if you're raising chickens and you like to see different coop design ideas and features, go check that out, Clucking Around. All right, so let's head in here. Already had my basket out here earlier. Okay, so hi girls. Hi. Well, looky there, sitting in the chicken hatch doorway is Pebbles. Just so happens she was named by Cindy right there at Clucking Around. The black hen there, the sun changed so you can tell the colors of the hens a little bit. The black hen right there is Elvira, and with introducing Elvira, there's a shout out to our viewer Tina B, and she's also a channel member. Y'all check into channel memberships if you enjoy rural lifestyle and raising meat chickens and chicken check-in. We have some membership opportunities here on our channel, but Tina B named Elvira, and there's a second hen that looks a lot like Elvira named Morticia. Tina named that pair for us. Shout out to her. And actually, they're both outside the door. Hi, Elvira. And Morticia, I think, just went to the other side of the fence. I love being inside looking out at them, looking back in. Okay, so let's get back to collecting eggs. Thanks again to Cali Chickens for an idea for a video, and shout out to them. Go check them out. You know, something neat that Cali Chickens has been doing recently has been going live, and they have a backyard flock of chickens, and one of my favorite videos from their channel was of a chicken tunnel that they made for their chickens to connect a path from the chicken's coop to an outdoor area. I think that, well, the tunnel goes between the chicken coop and then a big like crate, box crate cage that they wanted to give the chickens some additional room in. Look, here's 2 more. Just checking eggs. Do this every day. Oh, so this is not a nesting box. So y'all may be questioning, what in the world are we getting eggs out of? So we call this a nesting corner. And we opted to do this when we moved our hens from the other hen house, like over where you saw the pullets. Over there, they have traditional nesting boxes. And when we moved all the hens over to these hen houses, we decided not to use nesting boxes, because even when they had them, we observed the hens had a tendency to just go lay their eggs in the corner under the nesting boxes, and it was hard for me to reach them under there. So we decided to try nesting corners, and it actually turned out that the hens like it. And we don't really need the boards. The hens would just go to each corner and make nests, but we found that by putting a board across there and making a corner, we may gain 1 or 2 extra nesting spots, because they might turn each corner into a nesting spot. So you could have 3 corners instead of 1 in the same corner. So here's some more eggs. So we didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me double check myself. Ooh, feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me double check myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, 7, 8, 9, 10 up here, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, 15, 16. Good. Okay, so 16's not bad, but we have 40 hens. So 16's not great, but we have had some hot, humid weather this week. We had been getting about 3 dozen eggs a day from the 40 hens, and I think potentially the heat and humidity put them off of production some. So we probably will get a few more a little later in the day. It is already 4:30 in the afternoon, but some of our hens do lay eggs late afternoon, early evening, believe it or not. So they're so pretty, and I can see the water puddled and a little bit standing in some spots out there. We had a big rain this afternoon, and we had rain overnight, and we've had what feels like days of rain. So we droughted last summer, but yeah, look at the water standing there. But now we're at a point where we wish it would stop raining for a little while. So the 10 or 11 days coming that we're not going to have rain in Southeast Ohio sounds good to us, but hope it doesn't turn into a drought like it did last summer. Now out there where it's a little bit wet, I think what I'm going to do over the weekend is go get some pelleted pine bedding. And that was also a tip that we were put onto by the same viewer that helped name Morticia and Elvira, Tina B. She suggested pelleted pine shavings. She suggested pelleted pine bedding to us, and it works wonders in wet spots like that. They really seem to love these hen houses. And having the greenhouse panel on half of the wall has worked out really well for us because it maximizes sunlight for our hens. As soon as the sun is up in the morning, they're able to interact with it, and they get as much sunlight into as late as the day as possible if they've already come inside the coop. It was a little challenging to teach them to home in on returning to the coop at the end of the day, because once it starts to get dark, it's actually slightly darker inside their coop than it is outside. So we had to kind of train them to come back to the coop every night, but they're getting onto it, so it's working out great. But we really are enjoying the design of this coop. So if there's anybody that wants some pointers on it, we will be happy to share with you some of the materials and construction features that we prioritized in it. But they're able to dust bathe in here because we have deep litter material, and it stays clean and dry. So we're really pleased with it. Here's the other hen I wanted to show y'all. This is Violet. She was named by a viewer of ours that has a really great YouTube channel as well for chicken enthusiasts. Check out Mother Clucker's Chicken Farm. It is hosted by Debbie down in Florida, USA, and Debbie named the gray hen for us. She suggested Violet for that hen's name when we were looking for a name for her, and I think it suits her perfectly. So it's really interesting to us that the chickens are not cleaning off all this vegetation in these two little chicken run areas. We did have about 80 hens in here, so when we had 80 plus hens in here, they had this all bare. But just removing half of the hens from this area, within a week the vegetation actually started growing back on it, and the 40 hens that are in here now have not overtaken it. So it's really nice for them to have some of that vegetation. They have a little cover, they have a little shade, it can be cooling for them. They also have some to scratch through. So we're enjoying seeing that. But we did figure one thing we could do with having the flock down to 40 is we can keep them all on the same side, and then we could sow like annual ryegrass over on the other side and let it start up, and then rotate the flock between the two lots if we wanted to. So anyway, so there's Violet, there's Elvira, Morticia must be on the other side, Pebbles must be on the other side. She's scratching there. Oh, they're so pretty. So the named hens won't leave, but when the pullets that you saw at the beginning of the video start laying, I think we will be selling the rest of the Rhode Island Reds that are here. So thanks y'all for watching. We will collect eggs again probably later, and should add to our egg collection today. There's only 16, which we need more for sales. So we'll have to be communicating with our customers, keeping them updated as their dozens are filled and their eggs are available. But that's where we're at right now. So thanks so much, y'all. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We appreciate you. Couple last shout outs here before we wrap it up. Another chicken channel, CJ's Chicks, that y'all would enjoy. Check out CJ's Chicks for some fun chicken videos and shorts. And I love listening to historical stories. I've been listening to Appalachian Storyteller recently. Y'all check that out if you never have before. And if you like stories of American history, especially in the 1800s, early 1900s eras, a lot of interesting history on that channel, Appalachian Storyteller.